Hello, friends. My name's Michelle, and I call myself the Beauty Treasure Hunter. Today, I've got lots of goodies that aren't necessarily new releases, but they're new to me. So I think I'm going to call this look today my Gilded Desert look. Got a lot of things that just go really well together, some Haus Labs, some skin enhancer. So if you want to see how I got this look, then stay with me. Okay, I'm going to get started with the Milky Cream Hatomugi. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, but I got it for $2 on clearance. So we're going to try this under the makeup today. I have washed my face, but not yet moisturized, so cleanse, tone, treat, moisturize, sunscreen. CTTMS. That's how I keep it all straight. That feels fantastic. Just barely a scent. The sunscreen I'm going to use caught my attention because it says it's purple. And you know how I like to add purple to sometimes foundations to get them the right color for me. I'm just going to use this just to see how the sunscreen is. So it's pretty light, not bright. And this is an SPF of 40. It's by Isntree. I think I'm saying that right. And they make a water gel sunscreen that I really like, so I felt pretty safe trying this. Okay, that feels nice. I think I'm going to go ahead and do some Butter Glow bronzer by Physicians Formula. I love the way this smells. And this does not have any kind of glow in it like some of the other things that I use do. And to me, the smell is not overpowering on this. But if it's your skin that's sensitive and not your nose, then you might not want to try this. And my whole purpose during the summer is to look like I've been in the sun when I really haven't been in the sun for 16 years. I stopped tanning actively when I got pregnant at 39 with my youngest child. So I can use my Sorbet undershadow. I like this because it's so glossy. It just goes right on. Not tacky, not thick. I just like the consistency. And I've already been somewhere this morning, so I put on a little bit of makeup to go out, and I forgot to take off my lower mascara. Okay, I'm excited. I've been wanting this Gilded Desert by Morphe for a long time. And sometimes when I look at the palettes in person, I'm like, no, that's got too much orange for me. But I really liked these colors. I thought they were more rust than orange, and I like that. I'm going to start with down in the bottom right. There is the one that's embossed with an M, and it is 24 karat glow. But it looks, yeah, it's a nice matte. So I'm going to use my 142 concealer buffer. I'm really liking this dense, fluffy brush for putting on my, just all over base color. It feels so good. And that feels so soft. The actual shadow feels really soft. All right, I'm going to build up like a rust look today. I think I'm going to go in with one in the middle called Feel the Heat. This one right here for my crease. I'm going to keep it kind of neutral. And I really do go, it's like crease and above anymore. Trying a new setting on my camera to see if it will stay focused a little bit better. We'll see if we like it. And I'm trying some new little they're half lashes from Ardell. They're the half naked 434s. I saw them at my salvage store for $2.99 for 5 pairs. So I thought, okay, I'll try them. And I started by just making them line up with my edge, which I liked. But then my little blonde inner ones, they still needed more help than what mascara could give. So I put on some of my usual smallest clusters, and I do like the way these feel. I've had them on for a couple of days now. I don't think they look super duper fake. And I do like mine longer on the ends, so I'm liking it so far. These were very difficult to get off the package though, so you have to be super careful or you'll ruin them, rip them apart. Okay, now I'm going to try to bring in more rusty color. And there is one called Dawn to Dusk. It's this one right here. We'll see how that works. And I'm grabbing a 227 eyeshadow blender. Looks like this. I think I shall go on the lower, close to the lash line, upper lash line. I like the way that blended in. Okay, I think I'm gonna try a shimmer. It's called Look This Way. Here's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna tap it on the outer edge here. And if I make a mess, I'll clean it up in a minute. I like to keep my wipe right by me. Okay, now I'm gonna try Gold Spark. We're gonna see if this is gonna be shiny enough for me. Right in the center. And then I'm gonna tap, tap, tap. Kind of lost the rusty look there, didn't I? Okay, let me go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. This is Gold Spark. I think I'll bring back in the rust on the lower lashes. So I'm going to use a smudger. Let's see, the 234 Luxe Smoky Shader. Looks like this. And I'm going to go into this color called Molten. It's almost red. And I'm going to add a little bit of Just Watch, which is right next to it, and it's got a little shimmer to it. I'm going to use my 227 eyeshadow blender for that very purpose. And now I shall clean up. Been really liking the Primelash in black. The brown is, to me, not the same formula, but that just goes to show how different pigments actually make a formula behave differently. So I don't recommend the brown, but I do the black. And I think I'm going to use an e.l.f. Under Eye Brightener. It's the Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. This one's in light medium. Looks like this. It's a little bit more peachy because this is so moisturizing and it has a little bit of reflect. So that'll be my color corrector. Okay, let's go ahead and do the brows. I'm gonna do my Arches and Halos brow powder. This one is in the charcoal combination. It's actually got 2 colors though. And just an angled brush. Now, I like this one makeup company called Cara Beauty. I've tried a few of their things and I like them all. So I'm going to use their Brow Lift in clear. got in my car the other day and I had forgotten to do my brows, and it really did bother me. I didn't think it ever would, but because I used to not do them at all. But now that I dye them, it's more obvious. My sparse areas are more obvious. I'm gonna moisturize my lips with some Sun Bum. It's the kind with the little monkey. And this one is in the shade Bonfire. And I noticed I can't find it on Amazon in this stick form, but I did find it in a tube. So this one has a little bit of color to it. Feels good, tastes nice, tastes like coconuts. Okay, I think the under eyes look okay, but since that is so tacky, it won't be good to put a little bit of powder on that. Too tacky. So I'm going to use this Infallible Pro Glow in shade 1. That's like a super good match to my skin. And I'll use a Tell Y'all 370S. Here's what it looks like. Got this on Amazon. This is also the shape of the new Catrice. So they're a lot alike. I think the Tell Y'all is even cheaper than the Catrice. But excellent, excellent quality. Dense and soft. I love this shape for getting right in the corners. Try to hide that vein while I'm over here. For my foundation today, I'm going to use a number 7 Lift and Illuminate. I also have the Restore and Renew. And I love their shades. Just, it's a line where I could take any of them and make them work. But I have this one in Cool Ivory. And it is just that perfect pinky neutral that I just love. And I think I will use my Pro Super Densely Foundation number 70. I'm gonna need another pump. You can see the consistency. It's pretty thick. It has a little bit of movement. Okay, I'm gonna check my 10X mirror. And everything about this foundation is like Goldilocks zone for me. I didn't need to push it into my pores, but I always do. It was already looking nice. Feels moisturizing. Love it. To stick with the number 7 theme, I got out my number 7 cream bronzer. It's the Pro Artist Soft Glow Cream Bronzer in Medium Glow. I'm going to use a number 47 and kind of use this in the same way that I would contour. I got a new color of the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer. This one's in Toasted Chai. And I know it works to go straight on because I've tried it before. I don't need transition blush because I go all the way up anyway. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This one's in Deep Bronzer. I love that smell. And a number 50. It's the perfect size. And here's one of my goodies from Mother's Day that my oldest daughter got for me. It's a Haus Labs, the powder blush, and it's in Fire Moon. And it looks really rusty also. And a number 93. So I'll just set down the Toasted Chai. Thought those two would go well together. Now, instead of using my H2O lock powder on my under eyes today, I've got some hard candy blur on lock, and this is the one that has like the lavender, pink, and green. I thought, well, I'll just try a different color. And I like lavender a whole lot, so we'll see how it works. And a fluffy 79. I like that. Not too overpowering purple. Now I'm not looking for setting powder because really I'm set. I got some good advice in the comments about the difference between the setting powder and the finishing powder. All right, these two by LeCover are like dupes for the Charlotte Tilbury. I don't have the Charlotte. I do have the MCO Beauty version. And one of them says finishing and one of them says setting. This one's the setting, and it has some color to it. But the finishing looks more like this, more translucent. I'm going to use a brush, a little fluffy one, and go over my pores and see if it's enough. The LeCover I get on Temu, and everything I've gotten from that brand I have really liked. So I feel like it's a safe bet. And now let me check in the 10X mirror. I still feel like I need pore powder. I think that should be a category. So I'm going to use my Pinky Focus by Kaida. Just press this down on my pores. If that is like one of your main concerns, like it is for me, you will love this. Let's see if I think that's better. Yes, definitely better. And for my last step, my highlight step, I'm going to use some NYX Buttermelt highlighter. This one's in Glaze-it Butta. Now, these are so hard to get open. And let's see, I'm going to use one brush shaped like this. This is just I think a candy couture from Walmart. Okay, now let's do some lips. Okay, I tried this set of 3 by Beauty Creations lip liners because it said this particular pack was long wearing. The ones I have tried by Beauty Creations before, the wooden ones, are not. They wipe right off, and that is just not what I'm about. So this set had 3 different colors, and I think I'm going to take the darker one. This one's in chocolate. I always try to build up that side more. I don't know if it helps any, but I try. And I thought I would try new from NYX, the Fat Matte. And this color is Rose Robe. Like this. Nice and creamy. I'm not much of a matte girl. I always need some sparkle, I think. And so I'm going to put some Fenty lip oil. This one's in Frosted Buns. That's it. I got this on clearance. And those are so pleasant. They may not last a long time, but they feel so good. I don't mind reapplying. All right. Now, the other day, I bronzed my chest and I had on a white shirt, and I want you to know I got 0 transfer. It's fantastic. And I had used my Pantene that day. This finishing spray is in hold level 3. It's flexible hold. It smells much better than the L'Oreal and the One Size. But I like to cover my hair. It smells so good. You know, it's got to help your brows too. So I love that. So this is my final look. Feels fantastic. So if you're in need of a good drugstore foundation, number 7 Lift and Illuminate. This one's in Cool Ivory. One of my favorites. I also love the number 7 cream bronzer. You get a ton of product in this, 1.26 ounces. Wow. I love this shade of the Haus Labs blush. I would call this whole look maybe, you know, a desert rust look. So Fire Moon, yeah, goes right with that. And I think to pair that with the toasted chai, and I do love Rose Robe in the new Fat Matte by NYX. You can't go wrong with the Buttermelt highlighter. I love this. It's very subtle. It's not glitter, it's just glow. And I really liked this Gilded Desert. So thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope it took your cares away for just a little while. I hope you're doing great. Love you guys. And I hope you see me next time.